Okay, with regards to the stance, you want a player, you want their left foot to be slightly pointing maybe into the court, you know. That's gonna, you don't want it completely this way, okay? Because what happens is when this knee bends over the toe, all your momentum is going this way, okay? And then you're trying to project momentum up and this way into the court. So it's a good idea to have this toe maybe slightly into the court. Now this foot can be a variety of different ways, but where you don't want it to point is you don't want it to point out that way, okay? And the reason why is go ahead and just load from this position with your foot like that. See where this knee is going this way over the toe, and you want this to drive this way, okay? So you want to make sure your toe is either pointed straight ahead, okay, or even maybe even slightly in, okay, all right, so that when the knee bends, you can load into that back foot and you can push out of the back foot. There's two types of servers. You see a lot of this on the tour with the girls. They have to wrap their left thigh is because they're pulling with the left side in, okay? You want to be a pusher on the serve. You want to push from the back leg and push up into the ball, okay, up, and so you can push up and over. So you're pulling here into the body, stopping the third link, okay? The fourth link is shoulder to hand. And as you stop the third link, waist to shoulder, the right fourth link can go, okay? So it's hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. That's why pushing, so get your stance again. That's why pushing with the back foot is so important, because and when you tuck, you want to tuck into your side. It'll keep you on your side longer as you make contact, instead of opening up flat and contacting the ball like this, where your hips are forward. Now you've over rotated and your shoulders have turned around each other instead of shoulder over shoulder like this, okay? So that's it. So the number one thing you want to have on the serve is a really good stance where your toes are functioning so that the body can push up and through the ball this way. Okay, you don't want to necessarily push this way. Okay, you want to push more up because you need to get that hip to rotate over top of the hip, so the shoulders go as well. All right? So it's really important to get those feet aligned so that you're not like this, you're not too much like this, but more into this section here. Okay, and the toes do need to bend over the knee does need to go over the toe to maximize the strength in your legs and your quads, your hams, and your glutes. Okay, because the minute I see you bend and I see this, I see the knee wobbling in or out. Okay, we see a lot of this on the serve where the knee goes in. It's because the athlete is not strong enough in their glutes, quad, and hamstrings to actually hold this position here, where everything is, there's nothing shaking or wobbly in the knees. Okay, so single leg squats with being able to stabilize the knee. Okay, it doesn't have to be too deep. Okay, so when I see a single leg squat and the knee is like this, I know that there's instability in the quad, the ham, and the glute, and that means there needs to be strength built up there. So that's why the athlete needs to work on their physical conditioning so that you can build up strength in these parts of your legs, so that you can maintain this stability, so that when you push, there's maximum velocity or maximum power and strength up into the ball. Up into the ball. So let's work on that, where you push more with your back foot up into the shot. You're tucking your left arm into the side of your body as you make impact with the ball. So this timing's got to be in timing, okay? If you pull too soon and there's too much of a lag, you've lost your power. You've stopped this, but this is still back. It needs to already be there. Like one elevator comes down, the other goes up, or like a pulley system. one side goes down, one side goes up, and they synchronize at the same time. Like that. That's when you get maximum power and hand speed and racket speed on the ball. So the arms. So the arm's got to be like a noodle. It's got to be loose and alive. Okay, you can't grip too hard because that slows the racket speed, head speed down. So you only squeeze at contact. Everything else should be loose and relaxed. Like that. Okay. So I don't talk about wrist snapping because everything that happens automatically. If the hand is loose, the wrist will kind of do this. Okay, sort of. Not really, it snaps, but really like it's because of the inward rotation of the shoulder, and it kind of goes that way. Okay, it doesn't do this. Okay, it goes like this, and it's because of that inward rotation because you're there, because you're coming over and through. Okay. Push. Okay, good. A little bit more push. Good. So it looks like you're pushing more into the court than up. So you got to feel like you're loading into the ground. Okay. So you have a platform serve. So you're not. I'm gonna show it from the side. You're not actually loading into the toe, but you're loading into the ball of the foot. And there's pushing out of the ground. You got to use opposite force. So all that potential energy is going into the ground, and you explode to produce that kinetic energy. So it's the kinetic chain coming up the leg and through the body and into the arm and hand. Okay? Make the hand go fast. That contact. Up. Load, coil, uncoil. Better. Load. Much, much better. You feel the energy pushing out of the ground up into the ball. So here's one thing. Ready? So here, when you're in this position here, okay, up here, okay, and then as you pull, this opens up, but it stays here.
Go after that little higher contact.
It's here.
Okay.
Yeah, I stayed on my side longer. I didn't do this. Okay. I stayed more on my side.
Go.
Okay.
Better. Hold on tight to that contact and start to go after it, girl.
Up. Better. Now you really got to go up after the ball with the hand. You can't just fall down to the ball. Push up. Go. How'd that one feel?
Better.
Yeah, you timed that much better too. You just slowed down everything. You were actually coming down as you hit the ball. Load, push. Okay, eyes, and chin up toward the ball. Up, through. Well, you're just not pushing. You're barely coming off the ground. You got to really push. Push. There you go. There has to be an aggressiveness with the focusing on the right back foot because you're right-handed.
Yeah.
Really push. Load into the ground. Go. There you go. But do you see which way did you push?
Like forward?
Yeah, you pushed forward, so you got to push up. Up. There it is. And as you're pushing up, you're pulling the left arm into your left side of your body. Okay, so pull straight down into your body. Up, pull, push. So the pulling and pushing has to be in sync and faster. Everything goes and it clicks. Up, click. That was close. You time it a little bit better, look like you were falling back down. You see how you felt like you were falling back to that ball?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Up, boom. Better.
Wrong way.
Yeah, keep that racket on the edge.
It's like
Your timing, right? Were you coming down when you hit the ball? Right, so that's the timing of the push. Here and push. Yep.
better than
Much better, yes. It takes time. Fully extend your left arm. Oh, there it is. Right? Much better on that one. Because the left arm was more fully extended. So the higher, if this is here, you can pull better here. If it's here, which way are you going to pull? You're going to pull this way. You're going to pull that way. You want to pull down, because the objective is to stop this there, so that this can go there. If you pull here, you're just going to rotate the shoulders this way, right? So it's so that's why the full extension of the left arm is to pull here, and then it goes. So your contact point is more here, slightly in front of your forehead, okay, and more like 1230-ish, right? Not too far out here, not too far back here, because then you start to get the trapezoid, and it starts to pinch, and that goes into the rotator cuff, and you can have injuries if you hit too many balls here, right? You lose strength in the shoulder area, so that's why here is ideal, because now this is all engaged, my whole shoulder's engaged, not just the trap and the rotator cuff. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So your contact point looks good, but it's just a matter of timing it all, pulling it together. It just takes time. And it takes paying attention to what you're doing and in stages, right? So right now you're trying to synchronize the left arm with the contact, so pulling the left arm and the contact with the push. So you're all trying to synchronize that together, okay? Full extension of the left arm. Better timing, okay? Watch your balance, land on the left foot. Up, push, through. Okay, get it a little bit cleaner. Okay, a little bit cleaner. Yep, now it's push, over. Did you feel like you were falling down when you hit that? Yeah, so timing. Batter. Come on. I know you can go faster than that. Oh, nice. No, that's a safe serve. You're trying to just make it. Just go for it. Oh, and go. There it is, right there.